All right. Hey there. I just wanted to do, I guess not really like an unboxing, more of like a Lux X first impressions. I got it brand new, and I just got it in. You saw a shooting video. I only had like 300 shots on it. Actually, we'll check the shot count later. But it's pretty much already unboxed. I guess I kind of wanted to show you a little bit about what comes in the box and how it's gonna come and my first impressions of the gun. So it's gonna come in this case. It's a pretty interesting case, actually. It kind of reminds me of like the Dye M2 case. It's like a little bit softer, but it could just kind of be this material. So the Dye M2 case has like a rough cloth, and this is like a soft. I mean, it's got like a carbon fiber look to it, but it's kind of like soft. Like I can squish it, but it's still kind of a hard case. It's interesting. I like it. I don't use cases. In my gear bag, there's slots for my guns, so I hardly ever use this. I won't bring it to the field, but it's nice to have, and it will protect your gun if you do use gun cases. Let's go ahead and open it up and kind of show you what's in it. All right, so right off the bat, these are gonna be where your barrels go, and you get a parts kit and some lube. This is some sweet lube. The parts kit, you know, this is a really awesome case and stuff, but there's not that much parts in it. Sorry for the glare there. So I was kind of disappointed in the parts kit, but with these, I think it's urethane O-rings. The parts should last a lot longer, so hopefully I won't have to use it. It'll be like a long time before I use it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know, $1,500 for a paintball gun. I just expect a little bit more parts kit. But again, the case is really nice for it. And I can always throw extra O-rings in there too. So you're also gonna get this little slot here. It comes right out of the case. It's actually supposed to go underneath that little band that you saw. Sweet Allen's key set. This is actually super nice. All ball end. Yeah, it's nice. It's also got your charger in there. And then also in here, I didn't bring it with me, or I don't have it on me, is the barrel sock. Just a standard, you know, what you expect. Planet Clips, I still think, has the best barrel socks in terms of stock. You just can't really beat them. So then it also has this nice parts diagram. Shows you O-rings, an exploded view of the regulator, new max flow regulator, and the ASA along, I said O-ring sizes already. So then you open it up. On the other side, it's kind of got, you know, a little instruction kit here, programming, OLED, shows you the board. And also this is where your marker will be, along with, it comes with a charging box that you plug into the wall. It also comes with this quick start manual, you know, some warnings, setup, how the battery works, toolless grips, how to take your bowl out and stuff like that. Just some quick stuff that you could take to the field for some quick troubleshooting maybe. Not really like a full manual. I don't know, it's enough. But some people can make the argument, you know, $1,500 should come with a full color manual. But I think that's just, you know, everybody holding all companies up to the Planet Eclipse standard. Not to bash Planet Eclipse, you know, there's a reason that almost everyone shoots their guns at least one point in their paintball career. And then you're gonna get your gun. So I already have it out of the box. You have your Freak XL kit. This is the XL, so it's got the full 8-inch inserts in there. I got the dust black on gloss black. If you can see here, I added the Dire Wolf Game of Thrones, huge Game of Thrones guy, decal on there. I don't know, just to kind of give it some flair. Also just the Game of Thrones O right there. I think it looks nice. I mean, the gun is gorgeous. It feels really, really good. There are some like rough areas on the gun. Not really to bash it or anything. Just like the grip frame's kind of sharp. It's not a big deal for me, but it might be for some people. The feed neck is a little sharp here on the front. And then right up here, if your hand is high enough, you might feel it, but I don't think anybody's gonna have their hand that high. And honestly, when you're playing, you're probably not gonna feel it. I wear gloves, so that's why it's not that big of a deal for me. I'm probably not gonna feel the edges as much. But let's talk about it a little bit. First off, barrel, I think it's awesome. I don't really mind the impulse threads or ion threads, Lux threads, or whatever you want to call it. It's 3 turns and your barrel's on. That's pretty sweet. Like I said, it's the XL insert. As far as stock barrels go, I mean, I think this is one of the best ones out there. I mean, it's stock Freak XL. People buy Freak XLs for their guns. So the fact that this comes stock Freak XL, I mean, that's pretty sweet. And then if you want to, change up the tip, carbon fiber tip, it still fits any Freak tip, right? So as long as you have the back, pretty good, and then you can just buy the inserts. So I don't mind the barrel threads being the threads that they are. If you are a UL kind of guy, you like to rock dye ULs, yeah, you might have an issue with that, but you can still find dye UL backs. I've seen them used, so in shocker threads or whatever threads these are. So, I don't know, to each their own. I love this barrel. If I could shoot this barrel on all of my guns, I probably would. But I also like disruptive barrels too, and those are autococker threaded. So those are my 2 go-to barrels. So yeah, barrel's sweet, love it. No issues with it. We can talk about, let's see, the feed neck. Yeah, it's kind of sharp. I don't really like this little notch right here. Just, it lines it up nice, so it looks good, but if you don't have it lined up, it's like annoying, and it also causes like some wear. Like I think I already have wear on it. This is like brand new. So, I'll throw some lube on it. It's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Some cool things. They changed up the jewel up front. They changed the jewel in the back to say X. And yeah. Front grip, I believe they made these grooves a little bit deeper. It feels good. I like it. Might throw some tape on it, or I might just get that one grip to cover it. But yeah. Talk about the eyes. They changed the detents up. So, and I've had a Lux before, but I don't know. I seem to be having issues. You're supposed to push this latch in and then push near the front. See, I got it first try right there, but I have had issues removing these eye covers. Maybe I'm just not used to it. It's been a while since I've owned a Lux, and they come right off. So, but what I want you guys to see is they changed up the detents right there. Here, let me get out of the way. Right there. So it's no longer ball detents. It's these lever things. They've had it on, I believe, I don't know if it was on the Shocker RSX, but it's definitely on the XLS. They work great. They last a lot longer than like other detents in my experience. So there's that. Shots. Let's see. I have 616 shots on this, so I haven't really played with it that much. Let's let's talk about the bolt. Now, there's been a huge controversy about this bolt because it looks a lot like the Gamma Core. For y'all that don't know, I own a G-Tech 160R. It shoots the Gamma Core. I've compared them. They look alike, but I can tell flow path is different in this, and they shoot different. They don't shoot alike. I think they shoot different, in my opinion. I don't know which shot I prefer. You know, I barely have shot this, and but from what I can tell, this is actually smoother than the Gamma Core, and my Gamma Core is broken in. Like, this only has 616 shots. It's smoother. You can, I mean, it's hard to, you know, just be able to see, but all these little cuts, right? You have to think about air being like liquid. It fills the space in which it's designed. So all the little cuts are different. And although, you know, yeah, it looks like a Gamma Core, it's probably because the Gamma Core and this core are both, I believe, balanced spool valves. I mean, look at unbalanced spool valves. I'm sure when unbalanced spool valves were just starting to become into the market, like, a lot of them looked the same. And most spool valves in general, you know, you have a chamber, a can, and a bolt. I mean, they're all gonna look similar. Yeah, these look really similar. Planet Eclipse innovated and definitely brought the unbalanced, or the balance, yeah, the unbalanced spool valve into like paintball light, changing it, changing how like companies go about it. But I bet you're gonna see a lot of bolts similar to this in the future. But like I said, yeah, I think airflow is definitely different. It may function similar. They definitely shoot different from my experience. And I think I like this shot a little bit more, not gonna lie. It also, you know, feels a lot more high-end than my G-Tech 160R. It should. It's $1,500. As opposed to the G-Tech's not retailing that much. But it's not more so the bolt, you know, the bolts shoot the same. It's just like everything, like when you hold it, it feels nice. This is my first experience with this ASA. I can see how people would get annoyed with it. I kind of like it so far, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel about this in a little bit. Maybe when I come out with like an official review. Because right now, this is my first impressions. First impressions, right off the bat, I love this thing. This thing is awesome. I think, you know, it's going to be the only thing I'm going to be shooting for a really long time. That and, you know, maybe my EMEC. Actually, I don't know. I'll shoot them all. I love all my paintball guns. So far, right now, I only have the EMEC, the G-Tech, and now this Luxe X. So, you know, I'll shoot them all. Trigger. At first, I didn't really like how it was set up, but the more I held it and when I was shooting it, the more I liked it. So, yeah, I like it a lot. In fact, I think I'm gonna start changing up my other triggers to feel a little bit more like this one. It just, yeah, everything right now, I mean, and this is stock. I might adjust this a little bit. There's little things that I might do, but right now I really like it. It's got toolless grips for all y'all that say that the grips aren't toolless and then you have to have Allen keys. I know that there's screws in there, but it's toolless, one side, and that's the only side you really have to access all the time so you can charge. Everything in here is toolless. So you can take the battery out toolless. You can take this part, the board, all that out toolless. I mean, that's pretty sweet. And honestly, if you want, you could probably make both sides of the grip, snatch grips. But yeah, I mean, the trigger now comes out with one screw. That's super nice. Just pull that screw out and the trigger comes right out. Just in case you gotta clean that. Grips feel great so far. And then, yeah, I mean, probably one of my favorite features about this too, you take the bolt out, slide this guy up. So if you, I don't know if you guys can see this action. Let's show you this actually. So this is another part that's kind of sharp too, right here. Just kind of be careful right there. You're gonna push this up and move it forward. You'll hear it click. There you go. On the underside here, there's a latch. You can't see it because it's black on black, of course. But you pull this latch forward. And boom. Right off the body of the gun. I mean, that's so sweet. Just like that. You can make your adjustments, clean out your grip frame, do whatever you want. You'll see here, just connects to the board, the solenoid connects to the board via some pins. I mean, that's just sweet. I mean, that's really innovative. You'll see here, there's this red block, and you might be able to see, I don't know if I can angle it, that hole right there. That's where this guy slides into. You'll see that right there. Slides right in. And to put it back, you're just gonna do the same steps in reverse, right? You're gonna slide this in, make sure everything's nice and lined up. Slide this pin forward. There you go. You'll hear it click. Same thing here. Push that back down and slide your bolt back in. Boom, ready to go. I mean, that's money. That's so cool. I cannot wait for more companies to start doing something like this and start making more things toolless. The regulator is still got to use some tools. It's not that big of a deal for me because you're not really going to be breaking down the regulator every time you play. But I don't know, man. I mean, when you go into full maintenance, you're probably going to bring out your tools anyway. It's just kind of natural. But yeah, I mean, so far, first impressions. First impressions, it has the potential to be my favorite gun that I've ever owned. And I've owned quite a bit. And I can already tell. So one of my favorite guns before was the Dian 2, and I love that thing. And I can already tell, like, I think I'm gonna like this a lot more. I really do. And the G-Tech. I also really like the G-Tech. It's gonna be really hard for me to decide whether I want to shoot the G-Tech all day or the Luxe all day. I mean, honestly, I'm probably not going to be able to decide that. I'm probably going to have to bring both and just use both. I love both those guns, this one and the G-Tech 160R. I mean, it's just, I just don't think it gets better than those two. I mean, obviously the CS2 in terms of the G-Tech, but really it's just an upgraded version, same core. So yeah, I don't know, it's awesome. It's awesome. I definitely suggest picking one up. I can already tell right off the bat, probably gonna recommend that even for the review. I don't think I'm gonna have much issues with this. This thing, I'm gonna argue it. I think I'm gonna argue it. I think it's the best gun on the market right now. I think it is. All right. That's my first impressions.